My name is Ben, and with the digital advertising class, we are here with Todd Rowe, the president and founder of BitX Capital, and we are going to be talking about heavy equipment capital assets throughout the course, as one of the groups have contributed so thoroughly towards.
Thank you, Ben. I appreciate the introduction.
Todd, can you explain in detail what heavy equipment financing is and how it works?
That's a great question. The heavy equipment financing is a $1 trillion business. And with heavy equipment, everywhere from startup companies to existing businesses need, access to capital to buy new equipment, replace equipment, whatever. But by getting access to the capital, it's a commercial loan. And being a commercial loan, it gives the business owner the ability to put it in the company's name. So the debt's not sitting in their personal credit. And it gives them funding that allows them to buy an asset, a large asset, and start their business immediately. So just visualize a $100,000 truck. Well, you can now get yourself this $100,000 asset that you don't have the cash available for. But with a small down payment, let's say 5 or 10%, say 5 or 10 grand on that $100,000 asset, you're now in business. So it's just visualize being a construction company, and you want to develop roads, and you need a bulldozer, and you know how to operate it, and you've always wanted to open up your own company. So heavy equipment financing allows you to do that. Just with a small down payment, and good credit, and a good business plan, you can execute.
Hello, Todd. Thank you for explaining us what heavy equipment financing is. Could you tell us what type of business can leverage out of heavy equipment financing?
All right, that's a great question. And it's just work off the name, heavy equipment. So heavy equipment, just visualize agriculture. Farms, need big machinery to work the farm. Transportation, visualize, in the United States, a lot of our product comes into the California coastline and then has to be transported either by train or by large tractor trailers across to the East Coast. And so then you have food trucks. Food trucks are really big right now. Here in our local community, we have Super Duper Weenie, if you ever had it. But he's got many large trucks for food events. And so anywhere where there's a need for a large truck, construction, bulldozers, front loaders, back loaders, these are all, high ticket items, but are in high demand, so they have a great value even 10 years from now. So those are the type of companies.
Hello, Todd. Thank you for those very interesting answers. I have a question about heavy equipment financing, and how does it differ to other types of equipment financing?
Heavy equipment financing is pretty much the term. It's for large pieces of equipment. So visualize, computers, or your dentist in a dental chair, like small computers, and they have like a life. The technology dies and over time, and so that type of financing is completely different than heavy equipment. Heavy equipment is your one asset that can be worth $100,000, and that piece of equipment can probably run 20, 30 years. And it also has a great repo value or auction value. So you need to look at it, from a lender's point of view. What is the equipment worth today? What it will be worth in, say, 5 years, 10 years? And that's how they finance it. So they know that the equipment will hold its value, where, let's say, a computer or your phone, within 2 or 3 years, technology's surpassed it, and and its value is different. And so, it's just a bigger piece of equipment.
Hi, Todd. I was just curious to know what qualifies as heavy equipment financing.
Equipment financing is a commercial loan. So being a commercial loan, it's for business purposes. It's not a personal loan. So being a commercial loan, it's going to sit on the company credit report, and it's going to help build credit for the company. To qualify, you're going to need, good personal credit of 650 or better. You're going to want to get a federal ID number or EIN number. You're going to want to have a business plan. And you're going to want to have the down payment. The down payment could be 5, 10, 20%. But those are some of the qualifiers. And also, if you're an existing business and you've been in business, say, for 5 or 10 years, and you have, say, 10 trucks already in your fleet, the lender's going to, and you want to add on one more truck, the lender's going to look at how much debt the company is currently holding. It's going to look at the revenue that's being brought in. And if there's plenty of room, they're going to allow you to do one more, piece of equipment.
Okay. So from my notes, I have one question that what are the main benefits of heavy equipment financing for a business? And could you please expand an idea of conserving cash flow and the potential tax benefits?
So the benefits of equipment financing are, as you stated, you get a great tax benefit. So by financing it, you get a nice write-off, which in a sense saves you on your taxes, or gives you probably 10 to 20% back in your taxes. It allows you to start a business. It allows you to expand a business. It allows you to replace old equipment. It allows you to take on new opportunities. So there's a lot of benefits. And then when it comes to cash flow, your business is bringing in revenue, but why does it want to, take all that savings or that revenue and buy a new piece of equipment with it when you can use other people's money? So that's really the concept of it, is, using finance to buy an expensive piece of equipment versus using your own savings to do so. And you can take that current cash flow and use it for other, say, working capital or other expansion needs.
Are there any potential drawbacks or pitfalls when considering heavy equipment financing?
This is where I'm going to brag a little bit. The reason why I formed BitX is to help small businesses get access to capital. And so what makes us unique is that we connect our clients with the right lender, right loan. And so what you find in the marketplace is broken promises, or people telling you one thing and then, switching you to something else. And what I mean by that is they can promise you a low rate. They can promise you a great term. They can promise you, a low down payment. But then when you actually get the offer, it's not what they promised. And that's where you're going to want to shop around. And if you come to BitX and you come to our reviews, you'll see that we have a lot of raving fans and a lot of happy clients. And so that's what sets us apart. We're able to listen to your needs, wants, and goals, and then match you up with the right lender.
Thank you, Todd, for those remarkable notes. What steps should a business take to secure heavy equipment financing, and what kind of information will they need to provide?
That's a great question. So when you're looking to get a heavy piece of equipment, you want to know, do you want used or new? And let's say you're looking for new. You want to know what the make, the model, the year. So what type of truck do you want, or heavy piece of equipment do you want? And then once you understand, what the actual piece of equipment is, then you want to get what's called an invoice from the seller. So we finance both through dealerships and private. So you want to know, do you want, dealership or private? And then you want to get a spec sheet. Spec sheet talks about what is the piece of equipment all made up of. And from there, you want to put in an application. So that way we can do what's called a soft pull on your credit and see where you lie, because we have lenders that are in the A category all the way down to the C and the D category. And then that determines, your rate and your term and what your down payment is. And so you just want to make sure that you have down payment available. So if you're picking a new truck, let's say is $100,000, but you really can't afford the down payment on that, you may want to go used and pick something that's 10 years or newer, let's say 9 years old, say for $50,000, and that's more in your budget. So these are the type of things you want to ask yourself, where is that truck located? Who's selling it, private or dealer, and then you want to get the appropriate paperwork, and then we'll match you up with the right lender.
Todd, can you share with us any success stories that you've had or that you know of companies using, large equipment financing?
We just put together a phenomenal deal down in South Carolina where the construction company needed front loaders. And what they do is they do subdivisions for housing, for the large housing companies like a poultry. And not only did we get them the piece of equipment, but also being a marketplace for funding, we also identified the fact that he can get factoring. So he was able to sell some of his invoices to get access to cash quicker. And we also got him a small business loan, for $100,000. So it started with a piece of equipment, but ended up with factoring and also a small business quick loan for working capital. So that was a great success story.
Hey, Todd, thank you for all those answers. It's been amazing to hear from you firsthand. And just to finish with, could you tell us any advice or tips that you have for anyone needing heavy equipment financing?
My tips for business owners is to work with BitX, because again, we have a marketplace for small business loans where we're going to connect our clients with the right lender, right loan. And we're going to take an advisory approach and listen to you and make sure we fully understand what you truly need. And if, let's say, there's something missing within your portfolio, we will help you address it. So if there's any issues, such as your personal credit. So keep your credit good, have a business plan, know the type of vehicle or equipment that you're looking for, the year, the make, the model, have your finances in order, and come to BitX and we'll take care of you. And that's it for today. Thank you for joining us in a BitX Talks with Sacred Heart University Students Master's Program. We hope you found this master class in heavy equipment financing informative and useful to your business. Please join us on our website at bitxcapital.com and check out our blog to learn more. If you have any future questions, feel free to reach out to me as I'm here at your disposal. Like and share this video with your friends and colleagues, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future knowledge and tips. I'm Todd Rowe, and I'll see you at the next video.
Thank you.